In today's video, I am going to teach you how to create a search bar in Excel. Today, we are going to work with grouping, which is a simple feature in Excel that helps you collapse and expand sections of your sheet. This can be a useful part of building a clean, searchable layout, especially when you want to hide rows or columns and then reveal them when needed. To begin, look at your worksheet and locate the row numbers along the left side. We are going to highlight rows 2 through 5, so click on the row number for row 2. Then click and drag across the row numbers until you include row 5. When you do this correctly, you should see those rows shaded, which confirms Excel knows you want to work with that range. Next, once those rows are selected, move your attention to the top ribbon. The ribbon is where all the main Excel tools are organized. Click the Data tab because the grouping option we need lives in that section of the ribbon. After you click Data, take a moment to locate the Outline group, which is one of the areas that contains tools related to showing and hiding data. Now that you are on the Data tab, find and click the Group button inside the Outline group. This step is important because it tells Excel to treat the selected rows as a grouped section. When Excel groups those rows, it will typically create small indicators on the worksheet, which you can use later to collapse or expand that grouped area. After you have grouped rows 2 through 5, there is one more grouping action we need to set up in a similar way for columns. Before you continue, make sure your focus moves back to the column letters across the top of the sheet, where you can see column A, B, C, and so on. Now highlight columns B and C by dragging across their column letters. You can do this by clicking the letter B, then dragging to include column C. When both columns are highlighted, Excel will clearly show that you selected the correct area. This matters because grouping columns will allow your search layout to collapse and expand horizontally, which can make your sheet easier to navigate. With columns B and C selected, click the Group button again inside the Outline group on the Data tab. This will group the selected columns. Just like with the rows, Excel will prepare indicators that let you hide or show those columns quickly without manually resizing them. Once you have grouped both the rows and the columns, you should notice small controls appear near the grouped areas. These are the little 1 or 2 box indicators that Excel displays for grouping. Take a look at the top or side of the grouped region, and you should see those small boxes or numbers that correspond to the collapse and expand levels. Finally, to use the grouping like a search-friendly navigation aid, click the small 1 or 2 box indicators to collapse or expand. If you click the indicator that collapses, the grouped rows or columns will hide, making your sheet look cleaner. If you click it again to expand, the hidden rows or columns will return. This lets you control what you see, which is a helpful behavior when you are preparing your sheet for searching or filtering results. And that is all there is to it. That covers everything you need to know.